Okay, guys, it is early in the morning. I am going to sound rough. If I want to try and get through as much of this event as possible, it's just what a girl's got to do. So, yeah, 7 days. Bloody hell. Yeah, so I'm going to sound a bit fun. So, I now have Ayatha mostly where I want him to be. I have gotten him up to level 80, so I've done the hydrohypostasis myself, which sucked, but you know, we got there. I did have someone co-op into my world, so I did that a couple of times as well, though I did most of the heavy hitting anyway. So he's 80. His artifacts are, I think, not quite at full. Yeah, 19 and 16 and 16, because I didn't have enough artifacts to level them. And as I said, they're not perfect in their stats, but they're close enough that I felt comfortable maxing them out as much as I could. As for his talents, we're at 565, which actually is better than some of my party members, which I didn't realize until I got that far. And I don't have any other handguards or elegance, so I can't do that. I can't get the weapon that I have for him leveled just yet. I could get it to 40. I can't get it beyond there because I need to do more of the chasm to get to the Black Knights, or is it the Black Serpent? No, they're called Black Serpents. That's the one. Black Serpents for level up material. I could buy some via the store, and I also went slightly ahead in the chasm to find one of these gentlemen to kill, which unfortunately triggered a cutscene in the chasm. So when we go back to there, you're going to be missing a cutscene. I can't do much about that. Not a cutscene, an interaction. So there's that. So yeah, he's currently got Xingqiu's sword. Was it Festering Desire? Which is level 60. Yeah, it's fine. So even though it looks ridiculous, I don't really like the color on him. I think it is time that I pop him into the party. I'm sorry, Shamha. And we'll see how he goes in the party. His stats are actually pretty good. He's got like a ridiculous amount of health. So if I go to Ayatha, oh, sorry, that's Ayatha, not Jungyan. He's got 27,700. If you go to Ayaka, she's only got 16,000. Bedo's only got 18,000. Like, he has an insane amount of health because of his artifacts. His attack is alright. It's slightly better than Ayaka's, but nowhere near as good as Bedo's. And it's better than Jean's. His defense is pretty high. His elemental mastery is pretty high. So, all in all, compared to the rest of my party, he stacks up pretty damn good because of those artifacts. It's just his sword that's letting me down, but I can't do much about that until I continue with the chasm. And I can't continue with the chasm while I've still got this bloody thing going. So, who were we doing? Oh yeah, the mysterious urban legend. So let's do one more step of this one so I'm able to continue with what I want to do. And the answer is no, he doesn't go into the ground like Ayaka does. It's curious. If you would. But no. Oh, that's right, we're speaking to the riders, aren't we? Forgot about that. Is that the best wing, the best glider he can use?
It seems like there
Have a look.
really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the AI publishing house. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Oh, I remember them from the commissions that are repetitive as fuck.
In mind, clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
I don't think it works if you stumble through it, sir. I think you need to be concise and clear the first time around.
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed! You're never going to get it down at this rate.
Why don't you just write it down for him?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Whoa! Sheesh, you scared me. Okay. Where did I leave off with the incantation again?
How did I scare you? Dude, you've met me a bajillion times already.
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Jun Kichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently,
He always hits a creativity block.
I'm helping him make a wish so that he can move past it.
I didn't think you guys would believe in this kind of thing.
I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion.
True that.
So all I can do is go along with it.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me.
So just write it down.
People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask?
Well, yeah. Wishes, dude. Wishes are just you wanting to have a shortcut in life and not put in the hard work.
Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Well, you and your gut feeling can get over your writer's block.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Yep, because he always wants a shortcut.
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. All right, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
If your book depends on a phony incantation to get it done, you, sir, have bigger problems.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you
Yeah,
want to
see,
write.
you should do good
Where's all that
advice.
self-confidence you had when you first started out? Look at you now. Trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
To be honest, I'd kind of guessed that from the beginning.
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Is it published by a publishing house?
No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but everyone is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Look, Junkichi. Yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
Ooh, that's the first I've heard of that.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
Yeah, nah.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yaimiko about it? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
Light novels. Okay, that's that. That is... Oh, I got the book as well. I never remember where these things appear. There you go. Let's mark these off. Where's the book? There. Oh, I can't read it. A light novel that has been popular in Inazuma lately. It contains all manner of bizarre tales involving ancient yokai. Actually, I can probably read it if I go through archive. Books. Although, how to find it, I don't know. The bottom? No. Why does it look like Eevee? Lol. No, I don't think it's something I can read. Drat. Would be interesting reading, at the very least. Okay, so let's get back onto... Oh, now who's involved? But they're not. Oh, we're gonna have to come back to them, I guess. But that's frustrating, because they're
Grasp
not...
the thought in mind.
Junkichi, just give...
Mr. Shigeru, please.
They're not actually involved in it, damn it. Shouldn't it wait until I come back? And then, like, after a scene, Emiko, then they are engaged in the quest? But right now, there's nothing I can do with them. So, technically, they shouldn't be considered involved in this quest.
Miko! Great, you're here!
If I just hadn't unlocked this quest, I wouldn't be having any of these bloody issues.
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it.
I'm sure it's probably the one I just obtained. We'd like your expert input on something.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Are we just ignoring the dude right in front of her?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of big.
Now she realizes.
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
I'm sure the dude would disagree.
Lady Guji, what
Yep,
do you mean
thought so.
nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
Kato Yohei. What happened?
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji.
Does he appreciate having a
Please,
stranger know
put
his
in a good word
affairs?
for me. You have to convince her to help my brother. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple.
He totally would have said no.
Domon turned him away.
Yep.
took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person. The doctors can't find anything wrong with him, so I'm betting it must be the work of an evil spirit. That's why I'm here, begging for Guji Yai's help.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction.
You know, rather than being dismissive, perhaps you should actually assess the situation first. It'd be really bad if you were wrong.
If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this.
Agreed.
I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
If we didn't already know about the book, that would seem very left of field and abrupt in this conversation.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad. Come on, you should help him.
He looks very pitiful.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are
Just can't remember his
trusted
name.
acquaintances of mine. And in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
She has a point.
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
Now hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
I mean, we've seen Cheng-Yin have a go at it. I'm sure we could manage to stumble our way through it. It's beyond our level.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place.
If only the real world worked that way. This is not a light novel, though. Pretty sure there's more to an exorcism than bravado.
Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work?
I mean, yeah, you have a point, but at the same time, I know it's just because you're incredibly lazy.
Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
I always come to you in good faith.
This feels all wrong. But you technically have a point, so...
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
You better make sure you do, lady.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
She's totally not coming.
What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko.
Search for the brother. I really did not want to be doing her storyline. I don't have time to be doing her storyline. I really don't.
Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation.
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
You didn't have somebody watching him?
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple.
Well, look at that. The Miko's not
He
here.
just sits
Surprise,
there alone
surprise.
talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now.
different camera angle.
Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Though one would question why the exorcist doesn't have the salt on them already.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Just want some gossip. Back into the village. Festive elegance. Talk to Catherine and Inazuma. What? Oh, it finally unlocked it. God, but now I feel like I'm invested in that. Anyway, to do what we came here to do. Catherine! Please talk to me. Let me get into combat. Ayatha is screaming to be used. Not that he would ever do such a thing.
Hi, Catherine. We heard that you have a new commission for us.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted a designated commission for the two of you.
A designated commission? Sounds like it must be pretty important. What kind of task is it exactly?
Not the task. I'm more interested in who would specifically require us for it.
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous by any means. Perhaps you have heard that Inazuma will soon be holding a major festival, the magnificent Iridory Festival.
I have indeed heard something along those lines.
Yay! A festival! Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended a festival in Inazuma for a while.
I don't think we've attended any festival in Inazuma, have we? I don't remember if we have. Oh, we had the fireworks one. Yeah, I suppose.
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations. The one who has requested your help is none other than Lady Yae herself.
Alrighty. So it's Miko's commission.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. You can bet a festival planned by her is gonna be one to remember.
Okay, if it sends me to talk to Yae Miko, I'm pretty sure it's going to roadblock me again because she's involved in the other quest, which means I would have to completely finish her quest line.
We'd better go to Grand Narukami Shrine
Have a
and
look.
see what she needs us to do.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka, so
Oh,
there is
yay.
no need to go
She's
all the
just
way
down
to
the
the
road.
shrine. In fact, she has instructed me to have you directly meet with her there.
Oh, well that's convenient enough. Let's go then.
The Strange Tale of Suiko's Tipsy Tincture. What a name. Oh, it is letting me. Yay! Oops, wrong direction. This way. Down the hill, not up the hill. Oh yeah, I was going to have a look at your wings. Your glider. What are your options there, sir? They both look terrible. Oh wait, what was that last one? What is this? Other than hideous. Black it is. We'll just continue with the okay, she's got quite a crowd here. The unattractive wings. This doesn't mesh with this
Tanya and
purple and
Kuroda,
blue.
How are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yae Publishing House were bound and sent out yesterday afternoon, Lady Yae.
Very good. And Murata?
We have already received word from Apekusu and Sailing Breeze that the materials are all in place for Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power and Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Of course there's a book about her.
Well done. And what about you, Onodera? Ahem. Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady I. Everything is ready for the new issue release party.
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other words, you are the team's fearless leader now. So please, show some confidence.
Oh, is it just a lack of confidence? I thought he hadn't succeeded in his task.
Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After all, you will be very busy on the day of the release party.
Yes, Lady I. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We are running out of time, so let's get moving. Chop chop.
Oh, she's funny.
Hello, little ones. I take it you have received my commission,
Indeed I have.
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the Grand Narukami Shrine? You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us, were you? If so, then you can forget it! Paimon won't accept such a commission!
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival. Yet you say I'm not doing my job. Let me ask you, little ones. Whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Agreed.
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is Inazuma after all.
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail.
Oh, so after A's last story, when she was saying that maybe sometime in the near future I can lift the Sokoku decree once I make some decisions, it actually has been lifted, according to Yamiko. So good to know.
Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international cultural festival, distinctly Inazuman, but with a unique twist.
Wouldn't you want to have a specifically Inazuman festival if you're going to have people coming from further afield to enjoy the festival? You'd want to show the best that Inazuma has to offer. Why would you make it multicultural?
I suppose I should start by telling you the origins of the Iridory festival.
If it has any bearing on why you decided to make this an international festival, sure.
Legend has it that there were 5 poets in ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. They are known as the 5 Kasen. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding those works.
Well, that sucks. That means you've got to wait every 5 years to be able to present your own collection. Ew.
Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the 5 Kasen. Describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people have gradually forgotten about the 5 Kasen and the festival, which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridory festival by holding a cultural convention featuring light novels.
She just wants to get money.
But wait a minute! Light novels?
What about all that refined elegant stuff you just said? Yeah, what about the poetry?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage. But nowadays, the entertainment format of choice is light novels.
Well, you're not wrong. But the point is that the Japanese poetry is traditional and cultural. There are reasons for it to be the way it is. It kind of feels like you should still be honoring that with the festival.
The important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to come up with anything fresh if you're stuck using some rigid format of the past.
I still don't disagree, but I still think you're wrong.
Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the current Inazuma?
Well, yes, but again, if you're appealing to people coming to Inazuma for the first time, you'd want to show off all the history that Inazuma has to make it what it is today, not just focusing on the now.
And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to Ultivat through light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Sounds like a whole lot of thinly veiled self-justifications. Agreed.
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was nearly carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko. You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interest.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here.
But that defeats the purpose
Well,
of the
what do you
festivals.
say?
Festivals are about
Aren't you
past.
two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
Maybe a little. Oh, all right. Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new perspective on the festival.
Is the festival only in Rito? Because you'd have like way more space in Inazuma City. I get that Rito is where international guests are going to dock from, but I still feel like you'd be better off having it in the city.
There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks.
Well, at some point along the way, we've got to speak to Ayatha, clearly, because his quest was a thing to do before this. So he's going to pop up at some point in time. Plus, he's in the advertising picture. Who else was in the advertising picture? I don't even remember now. Oh, God. Oh, they really are pushing those books, aren't they? Oh, they go all the way down. Oh my God. You guys are hilarious. You're so adorable.
During the Iridory Festival, the area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for light novels. Once things are in full swing, not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, there'll also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties.
And that's great and all, but the biggest component of festivals in Japan, and therefore in Inazuma, is the food. I kid you not. That is like the main aspect of any of them, followed by likely fireworks. So unless you got some awesome food to dish up, you're at a loss.
This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the 5 Kasen Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops will be selling special light novel merchandise. You certainly won't want to miss out.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party.
It sounds more like she's running a convention than a festival. And it kind of bothers me because I was looking forward to like an actual traditional Inazuman festival, but instead we're getting a book convention. It's a little frustrating. Yeah, it's like a light novel paradise.
Huh. Miko, what are these blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Yes, those are...
Ah,
Here he
maybe
is.
I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
I would still like to see you interact with your sister.
Oh, it's Ayatha! Wow, so even a busy guy like yourself is here to attend the Iridory Festival.
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yae has poured her heart and soul into the preparations, I'm obliged to be equally dedicated.
True, but she has self-interest in this, whereas you do not.
Come now, Ayato. We're not strangers here. There's no need to sound so formal.
He always sounds formal.
We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
Is she about to run off?
Certainly.
No, okay.
I assume you two already know that the Iridory festival originated from the 5 Kassen. These 5 boards are here for painting their portraits.
But nobody knows what they look like.
This Iridory festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku decree, it is also an event deeply rooted in culture and the arts. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited several cultural celebrities from other nations. For example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt. The Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma for each of the distinguished
Albedo.
guests. However, we fear that staying in a foreign land may feel a little
Right.
uncomfortable.
I was trying to think of like who else was on that advertising banner for this event. I'm like, I could have sworn that was Albedo in the back. What? But then they just mentioned an artist. I'm like, oh, of course, artist from Mondstadt. Albedo is going to come here. Oh my gosh, Albedo and Ayatha. That's going to be an interesting combination. And as Ayatha was speaking, I was thinking about the fact that the way you pronounce Sakoku decree actually probably is the correct way of pronouncing it. Sakoku. I've been pronouncing it Sakoku because that's how I've been pronouncing it, but that insinuates a double K on the last K, which is not how it's spelt. So Sakoku probably is more correct.
Which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests.
So this is our commission.
I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International Trade Association, while providing any necessary assistance along the way.
Can do.
This arrival schedule
So we know
includes
the
the
person
details of the
involved.
ships on which the guests will be arriving. All you simply have to do is go to the docks at the indicated times.
So who else is coming other than Albedo? I can't imagine Venti would come. Would Jean come? Probably not. She's got shit to do. She's a busy lady. Alrighty, arrival schedule. 2 days for the festival. Ship and guests. Large passenger ship. Bards from Mondstadt. A guest painter, Calx, and his dependent. Oh. It's not Albedo. Or is Calx's painter name? I don't know. Estimated time of arrival, 8 a.m. Second day of the festival. Ship and guests. Large passenger ship. Calligraphers. Painters from Liwa. Theatre Mechanicus players. We're doing Theatre Mechanicus again. Fair enough. And a guest writer, Genyu. Kind of sounds like Xingchu's going to be here, but I don't know if that's the same person. Estimated arrival time, 10 a.m. Third day of the festival. Ship and guests. Large cargo ship. Stopover, 1 person. It doesn't even say who this person is. Estimated time of arrival, 9 a.m. The day following the release event. Ship and guests. Small passenger ship, 2 persons. Again, doesn't say who they are. Estimated arrival time, 10 a.m.
It's settled then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now. During the festival, most of the Yai Publishing House's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency.
I mean, fair enough.
If you run into any problems, you may find them there.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
As far as commissions go, it's a pretty basic
He doesn't
commission.
read
I
about
like
the
it.
ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us.
Okay.
Let's take a closer look and be sure to pick up the passengers according to the times written on it.
Good news is, Paimon, it tells me what time it is. Yeah, I know.